Hi, kindergartners. This is Mrs. Miller here with lesson 2 of our unit on ourselves and others. This lesson looks at this question. How are we the same and different from each other? Now, I know what you're probably wondering. How can two things be the same and yet different from each other? Well, let's think about this. So here we have a rose and a daisy. Are they the same in certain ways? How are they the same? Can you whisper into your hand right now how they're the same? Ready, set, go. They're both flowers. All right, eyes on me. 3, 2, 1. So this is what I was thinking. Wonder if you were thinking the same thing. I was thinking, well, for one, they're both flowers. They also both have stems. They both have leaves, and they're both beautiful. Now, let's think about how they're different. Can you again whisper into your hand ways that these two flowers are different from each other? Ready, set, go. All right, stop, look, and listen. Here's what I was thinking. I wonder if you thought the same. I thought, well, the rose has a red flower. The daisy has a white flower with a yellow center. Also, their leaves are different. The daisy's leaves are long and skinny, and the rose's leaves are wider. And then I also was looking at their stems. It's a little bit hard to see here, but roses have thorns. You could maybe see a couple here. And daisies do not have thorns on their stems. So just like these flowers can be the same yet different, people can also be the same yet different. We share many things in common with each other, and then there are differences between us too. And it's all of those things that we share in common that help us to enjoy each other, but it's also those things that are different that help us to appreciate each other. So we're going to play a little game. It's called Same and Different. In this game, we'll look at ways that we are alike and different from each other. Both are reasons to celebrate. So here's how the game is played. You're going to listen to each question. There will be 10 different questions. If your answer is yes, you're going to stand up. If your answer is no, you will stay seated. So let's just go over the rules one more time. You're going to listen to each question. If your answer is yes, what do? Stand up, that's right. And if your answer is no, you sit down. Excellent job. For those of you who are playing from home, you will also stand up and sit down. You'll stand up if the answer is yes. You'll sit down if the answer is no. But in addition, you have an extra step. You are going to find in your Google Classroom a survey with the very same questions that I'll be asking. And so as I ask each question, you'll stand up or sit down depending on if your answer is yes or no. But then you're also going to click your answer here. So our first question, I'm going to give away right now. Our first question will be, do you like ice cream? So when I ask that question, you'll click yes or no. okay? And then at the end, you'll get to see how many people answered in the same way as you. Isn't that neat? All right, so it's ready. It's time for us to start. Do you like ice cream? If your answer is yes, stand up. My answer is yes to this, so I'm standing. If your answer is no, you'll stay seated. And don't forget, for those of you playing from home, make sure to also choose yes or no in your Google form. Now, for those of you in school, take a look around. How many people are standing up with you? You have this in common with everybody who's standing up. Okay, we can all sit back down now. Let's see what our next question is. Do you have a brother? If your answer is yes, stand up. If your answer is no, stay seated. I'm staying in my seat because I do not have a brother. Then take a look around. How many people also have a brother? Or how many people don't have a brother? Don't forget, if you're playing from home, click on your answer, yes or no, for do you have a brother? Okay, it's time for our next question. Everybody can sit back down. Do you have a sister? If the answer is yes, stand up. If the answer is no, stay seated. If you're playing from home, make sure to click yes or no. Now look around. How many people have this in common with you? How many people either do or don't have a sister? All right, you can sit back down. Let's see what our next question is. Do you like soccer? Stand up if the answer is yes. I like soccer, so I'm standing up. Stay seated if the answer is no. At home, make sure you click yes or no. You'll get to find out how many people have these things in common with you after you finish the survey. All right, and take a look around and see how many people do or don't like soccer. How many people do you have this in common with? We can sit back down now. Let's see what our next question is. Do you like to dance? Oh, I'm standing right up for this one. What about you? Do we have this in common? I love to dance. It's one of my favorite things to do. If you're at home, make sure to click yes or no for do you like to dance? How many dancers do we have out there? All right, if you're standing, sit back down. Do you do chores at home? I wonder if your parents would answer the same way as you answer. Wink, wink. So if you do chores at home, stand up. If you don't do chores at home, stay seated. And if you don't do chores at home, when you talk to your parents or your guardians today, you might want to ask, can I do some chores around the house? Because now that you're big kindergartners, you can certainly be responsible for some household chores. So take a look around. See how many people do chores. If you're home, make sure to click yes or no. Okay, if you're standing, you can sit. See what our next question is. Is your favorite color blue? If your favorite color is blue, go ahead and stand up. If it is another color, stay seated. If you're playing from home, click yes or no. I'm staying in my seat because my favorite color is purple, not blue. Take a look around. Are there other people who like blue? Are there other people who have different favorite colors? All right, if you're standing, have a seat so we can find out what our next question is. Oh, our next question is, do you love to read? I'm going to stand right up for this one. I'd like to jump up and down for this one because I absolutely love to read. How many fellow readers do I have out there? I can't see you right now, but I hope that you're all standing up. I hope that you all love to read. If you're at home, make sure to click yes or no. And if you're standing, now you can sit back down. Let's get ready for our next question. I wonder what it could be. Do you have a pet dog? If you have a pet dog, stand up. If you don't, stay seated. And if you're at home, make sure to click yes or no. How many people do we know with pets, with pet dogs? All right, sit back down. I believe this next question is our final question. Do you have a pet cat? Any cat owners out there? If you have a pet cat, stand up. If you don't, stay seated. I don't have a cat or a dog, so I'm staying seated. If you're at home, make sure to click yes or no. All right, everyone, you can sit back down. I hope you enjoyed this game, same and different. Now, if you're learning from home, you'll want to pause the video here so that you can see the survey results and you'll see how many people have things in common with you. Pretty neat, right? And now I have a very, very special story for us to read. It is called We're Different, We're the Same. And it is read by Gordon from Sesame Street. I think you'll really, really enjoy this story. And this book teaches us more about the many ways that we are the same and different. Remember, everyone, we celebrate the ways that we are the same, and we also celebrate the ways that we are different. That's what makes us unique. So right now, you can pause this video, and I want you to click on that blue button. If you don't see the blue button, if you toggle your mouse over the screen, that blue button should appear. Click on the blue button to listen to the story, We're Different, We're the Same. Enjoy. When you come back, you can unpause and we'll talk about the activity that we'll be doing. Welcome back, kindergarten friends. I hope you enjoyed that story. Can you name 3 ways that we could be the same but different from each other? Go ahead and do that right now. Cross your fingers. Ready, set, go. Stop, look, and listen. So here are some things that I was thinking. Well, let's see. We all have hair. Some of us don't. Some of us have bald heads like Gordon. But our hair can be all different colors and all different textures. And isn't that really cool? That's what makes us all special. We all have eyes that we see out of. Thank goodness for our eyes. And our eyes can all be different colors and different shapes. And we all have skin, right? Our skin protects our bodies. Our skin can all be different colors. Isn't that amazing? We celebrate the many ways that we are the same and different. Now I have an activity sheet for you to do. It's actually an activity book. You're going to make your own book called I Am Unique. So here's what you will do. There are many pages to this book. I'll read them to you. You're going to fill in some blanks and draw a picture. Okay, so this page says, this is what I look like. I have blank hair and blank eyes. So I would say, I have brown hair and brown eyes, and I would draw a picture of my face. I like to celebrate blank with my family. So I would write down something I like to celebrate. Well, I like to celebrate birthdays with my family. So I would write that. And then maybe I would draw a picture of me and my family and a birthday cake with balloons. This page says, my favorite food is, and I would fill in this blank and write sushi. My favorite food is sushi, and then I would draw sushi here. My special talent or interest is, and I would write down my special talent or interest, and I think I mentioned this to you already. Something that I love to do is read and dance. So I would choose one of those. I'd have to decide. One is an interest, one is a talent. So I would decide which one, and then I would draw a picture. My favorite place to visit is, well, I went to Italy this summer and I just loved it there. So I would write the word Italy, and then I would draw a picture of Italy or of me in Italy. And then last but not least, this is our cover page. The cover page is all the way at the end. And it says, I am unique by, and then I would write my name. I would write Mrs. Miller. So you would write your name. This is what I'd look like. And here I would draw a picture of my whole self. My head, my body, my legs, my arms, my face. After you're all finished writing and illustrating for your book, you're going to cut out each page. Do you see how there's this dotted line? You're going to cut on the dotted line, and then you can have an adult help you to put the book together. Remember, you are unique, you are important, and you are special. Celebrate who you are and continue to be you. Bye-bye, kindergartners. Have a great day and have fun making your I Am Unique book.